Hey everyone. Sorry that it's kind of late, but I've been kind of busy working on it, and I've kind of got most of the project out of the way, I guess. Now this is kind of the part where we can split up the tasks and where I'm going to need your help. So let me just demo real quick what I have so far. So right now we've got this, and basically I've got the buttons in. So if I click register, it should take you to the registration screen. Let's say you hit cancel, takes us back here, and I've just added some quick logic right now, just so that when you click login, it takes you to the dashboard. Obviously, we're going to need to update that, so it checks the SQL database if it's a valid username and password. So let's say we hit login, it takes us to our dashboard here. And as you can see, we've got a logout button too, which is fully functional on all of the pages. Let's log back in. As you can see here, we've also got these two quick menu, I guess, navigation buttons, and then as well as the side navigation bar for all of the pages. So let's say we hit a new entry, takes us to this page, same as clicking it here, takes you there as well. And then search works both ways as well. You can click it here, takes you to the search page. You can click search here as well. So again, there's the dashboard page, the seed entry page, the search page, and then we've also got the planting schedule, the user settings where you can update the username and password, and then the reports where you can generate the report. And again, the nav bar is fully functional. You can log out and do that from each page. Where I'm going to need your help is basically first the login page. So for the username and password, we need to be able to write some basically some code so that we can check a database to see if that username and password is in there. Same with the registration process. So we need to be able to write some code where once everything is entered, when we click register, it will write to the database, and then from there the user can log in. We're also going to need to write some code to make sure that the username is only valid if it's not already in the system. And the password, we have to make sure that these two match. Whether or not we want to even make alias mandatory, like maybe we can just make sure that it's not blank, and then register works. And then from here, for the seed inventory, we're going to have to be able to mark as planted or wasted, and that kind of goes along with the seed entry as well. So once somebody writes the code to basically make a seed entry planted or wasted, you can just copy and paste that for these buttons as well, the function. For dashboard, we're also going to need to write code to basically make an alert box to view alerts. Whatever is easier. If it's hard to make a toast box pop up or like an alert box, we can always just make another screen. I can just make another interface such as these ones already, just for the alert, so I'm not sure how we'll implement that. For search, we're going to need to implement the logic to be able to only select one of the radio buttons. I'm pretty sure that's just adding a radio group. I'll look into that. And then being able to search existing seed entries. So obviously that's going to require the SQLite database. And then same with the search results again. For mark as planted and mark as wasted, it's the same feature as on the dashboard. And then of course we're going to also have to write logic that when we search the database, that it will return the results here. So anything that matches. For planting schedule, to be honest with you guys, I'm not sure how we should implement that yet. I'm guessing that we'll have it display a table. That one I'm actually not really sure. We might have to think about how the system notifies the user which seeds to plant first. But let's go over that as a group. For user settings, basically, I made it so that you can't change your username, but you can change your alias. We'll need to code logic so that when you're creating the username, or when a username is already created, basically this label here, this field, will display your username, and this field should display the current alias. And then we can also have that option for them to change their alias here. Same with the password. You can update it, and we need to write logic to make sure that it only is valid if these two fields match, and also write logic that by default this is hidden unless there's two values or the values in the fields don't match, then it pops up. And just so you guys understand what I meant by alias, so alias would be what appears here. So the label on any of the pages that should display the person's selected alias from here or from the registration, and it should display it here as well. Lastly, so for reports, we're going to need to write some logic so that when you click the drop down, you can select the 4 types of reports, so the 3 top 5 reports and then the 1 gardening plan. And then it should also, we need to write logic for this table in that when the user logs in or when it comes to this page, it checks the reports table for any reports that match this user's user ID. And then I figured that if you select a report, like let's say you click view, you select one and you click view, then it just pops up here. And this should be enough space because it's just, if you think about it, each report is literally just going to be a table with 5 rows. So it's literally, and 1 column. Or I'm sorry, it should just be a table with 1 row and 5 columns. So it would literally just say, let's say it's like the top 5 report, top 5 wasted report, then it would just be top 1 wasted seed, top 2 wasted seed, top 3 wasted seed, top 4 wasted seed, and so on. So I think it should fit in this small space, and we can always reconfigure it if we need more or less space for each of the pages. But that's essentially the rundown. I'm really hoping that you guys watch this. I'm sorry again, I know that you guys have kind of been waiting on me, so I'm going to try my best to be as available as possible. There was just a lot of trial and error. I think this has got to be maybe like the 5th iteration of the project, but again, just to give you guys a good idea of the progress here. Let's see if I can, there we go. So basically I was able to get it so that they're all in one place. Basically it's all self-contained, all of the images are already in the project. So we don't need to change any of that. And then same with the views, they're all here. You can just ignore this one file, it was just the default one, but as you can see, it should be fully functional. And then I've also written the logic for the navigation bars on all of the pages except for the login and registration. So you guys don't need to do anything there. So that's all there. And again, if you run the project, so let's say I go back, everything should be there start to finish. Again, I'm just going to need your guys' help with the buttons. Let's set a time. I'm going to upload this on YouTube, and hopefully you guys can get back at me. Thank you. Take care, guys.